First of all, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Richard Malcolm. I'm the chairperson for the FSDAA Hall of Fame. Can you believe it's our fourth annual? It's our fourth time we've hosted. We're already at 4 times we've hosted this event. I'm so glad you all came out and are enjoying this with us and how high-spirited this event is. We will begin, but before I begin, I'd like to thank the interpreters. We're so glad to have them so that every language is accessible here. And those who've provided the food. Stand up, Kevin. He's cooked our food today, and those who've served our food. And he's saying that they're kids, students that have helped him cook tonight. Amy, you're part of the serving committee. Thank you so much. Thank you to the interpreters, if you don't mind standing. Thank you. And everyone, of course, is important. Everyone in the room for showing up today. You are all important. We love you. We're blowing kisses to everyone in the room. Before we get started, I did honor Kevin, that's right, for doing the work of even bringing the food from his space here so it could be hot. It was delicious, right? I can see that, yes. So to get started, we'll go ahead and get this ball rolling and honor our inductees. But first, we have President Tracy Snow, who has a video. So let's go ahead and cue that up. President Tracy Snow has a video for us. She can't be here because she's out of state right now. So she was able to give us a video. And these names are listed in the program book as well. So we'll go ahead and get started with President Tracy Snow's video. She says, hello, my name is Tracy Snow. I'm the FSDB president. I'm sorry I couldn't be with you today at your 4th Hall of Fame event. I've enjoyed attending every year and supporting our athletes and coaches from the past. I myself coached here at FSDB and grew up as an athlete in various sports. I really do value the athletic program, and I value that experience that it gives to our youth. I hope that you all have an amazing time together. I hope all of you who are recognized this evening are really going to see that we're all going to see the legacy that you've contributed with your friends and family here tonight. And of course, thank you to everyone, the group who have put on this amazing event. Have a wonderful evening. Take care and be safe. Thank you. All right, so unfortunately, she's out of town. Next up, we have the FSDAA president or vice president to give a short, share a few words. Tammy Pelliser, will you come up to the front, please? It's time for your piece. She's walking up now.
All right, I apologize. I've been very busy in the back. All right, hello, hello. So, I know I look a little bit different. I'm sorry, I have been working all day today with the kindergartners, and it was Spirit Week, red and white today, so that's why I look the way I do. So, I am the vice president of FSDAA, so that's the Alumni Association. So, please, we do have a meeting tomorrow morning, so those of you who have graduated, from school and then graduated or has graduated, anybody can join. and vote to help the school improve. So typically we're working on collecting money for our seniors, for trips, for scholarships. And so we do have that meeting, and the president is Billy Lang. All right, see you tomorrow morning. So, and tomorrow morning we're going to be meeting here. So, and that's at 9 o'clock in the morning. 9, right? Yes. All right, yes, 9 a.m. So I will see you tomorrow.
Yes, Tammy. Tammy, so yes, thank you. She's right. FSDAA, we collect donations so that we can create scholarships and give to those who are graduating and want to go on to college or whatever program. So a lot of what we earn in the donations go to those scholarships. You can actually scan the QR code that's in your program book so that you can donate straight from the QR code. If you feel like doing so, it's not a requirement. You can support FSD Alumni Association if you choose. Let's see, we have had the introduction from the president of FSDB, our vice president of the FSD Alumni Association, and now we're ready to honor the inductees. We have 9 individuals for 2025 and 5 staff members. So we have 14 plus 2 basketball teams that we're honoring. The first from 1966 and 67, they had 20 wins and 3 losses. They won even regionals and didn't make state. But the next team we're talking about they won the Mason-Dixon tournament. But first, let's talk about our individual inductees. First, we have Richard Belcher, who is a star wrestler. I'd like to ask someone to say a few words for Richard Belcher. I mean, look at this list of stats. He was truly skilled. I have read about him. I mean, I will tell you, with all of the pins, am I right? All of the pins, yes. And I mean, I've heard stories of what a name he has. Would you like to share a few things? Look, that's him, pictured. He looks good. You just say a few words if you'd like.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm trying to remember what I was going to say. So thank you. I'm honored. I'm honored to accept this award coming from the Hall of Fame. So this is truly a privilege to be here today. And I do want to say thank you so much to Ronald Stetson, John Oliver, Warner St. John, and Jackie Johnson. Just want to say thank you for their instruction, for their support.
Sorry, can we just take a pause? Mr. White has just arrived, and he's a very honored guest, so let's pause while they come in. Oh.
Yes, please continue. My brain doesn't.
Well, then there were a couple you already knew, and I'm like,
oh no, I mean,
just still do it? Okay.
If you don't want.
No, yeah, okay. Oh yeah, no, that's a strength.
Okay, good. That's not what I get.
Yeah. We're sorry for the interruption. You know, it comes up, things happen. Please excuse us. Hello. Welcome. You know, sometimes things come up that are unexpected, but
That's
it's
okay.
wonderful to have him here. I'm so sorry for the interruption. One more second. Well, go ahead and continue. Just,
Okay, I'm gonna go
just
ahead.
where you left off.
Okay, once again, I want to just appreciate and say thank you for inspiring me, for instructing me, and for supporting me with wrestling. Also, I want to say thank you to my previous wrestling team, team of 3 years, 3 years in a row. So I have really good memories, got stories. So we won the Mason-Dixon wrestling tournament. We were champions, and that was in South Carolina. And just wonderful. It was so exciting and just, yeah, it was wonderful. So thank you to everybody here, and God bless you.
Yes, yes, let's give him a round of applause. We have a plaque for you. Well, make sure that we get a photo. This is the plaque we're presenting. And be sure to stay for the group picture afterwards. We also would like the 2024 inductees to be here for the group picture after the ceremony, at the end of the ceremony. So we can have our 4 group pictures at the end of the ceremony. So be sure to stay around for that. Thank you. Next up, we have Dennis Bennett. I believe this is his sign name. He was a PE teacher, a coach, football, basketball. In 1979, they were the champions in basketball. So what a need to honor him. We felt we surely would honor him. Of course we would. He was not able to be here today. He lives a pretty good distance away in Cross City, closer to the Tallahassee area, and wasn't able to make it here this evening. So, of course, we'd like to honor him. We'll mail him the plaque. And this is the team photo. This is the Mason-Dixon tournament. For your information, the first FSDB championship was in 1968, and then we had a drought of 11 years before 1979, and that was when Bennett was the coach. There was a drought for so long. Many failed attempts. So we wanted to definitely honor him. And so this is a picture of him, and this is what the plaque will look like as well. So moving on. Next up, we have John Burns. I'd like Danny and Mary to come up and say a few words. First, I'd like to get Danny to come up and say a few words. Yes, John, be here, but let Danny talk about you first. And as well as your sister, Mary, will come and talk about you. What about the helmet? Oh, if you have the helmet. No, I thought you had a video. No. Yeah, come on up.
Yeah, I'd like him to speak as well.
No, you can talk about me, and then I'll just talk about the game.
All right, so I remember he saved our team. So we were going back and forth. We were playing against Flagler and Palm Coast. So previously they were Bunnell, Florida, and then they changed over and had moved over to a new high school, and so no longer in Bunnell anymore. And so we were going back and forth, and at the very, very end, had the ball, Flagler, Palm Coast. It was their ball, and so we were just facing against them and really struggling. We got closer, and there was a pass, and he went running for it. And I think there was another player. What was it? It was 5 yards left for a touchdown, I believe. Yeah, 5 yards left, and he managed to go and intercept that ball. So he saved the team. And if not for that, if that interception hadn't happened, we may have lost that game. So, but we ended up winning. It was 12 to 17, and he won the game.
Oh, yes.
Everybody dogpiled on him, and we celebrated together. So come on up.
Yes. So I'd like to share, I was helped, of course, by my siblings. First of all, my father had an old helmet, and it didn't have a face mask. I was 6 or 7 years old. And I took my father's helmet, and I played around my sisters and brothers with the dog. We messed around playing football, but that led to me enjoying football. And then I was in Moore Hall, and I was with my group. I had a group. And Johnny Samuels, I believe he's here. Yes. So he started really encouraging everybody, come on, let's play football, let's play football. So I started to play, and he's the one I have to thank for leading me to play a lot. And I moved over to Gore Hall. So I was on the B team at first. And I'm really thankful for Coach White, Hank White, my head coach, my former head coach, football. And he's here, sitting right here. And we had a really good record.
Oh, one more thing. I want to thank Coach White, too. I remember that he always said the word, so you must believe in yourselves. And so that was something that really just stuck with me. So always practiced and learned how to become successful with the football and as a team.
Yes, that's right. The two of them really had an impact. And we had a great record. So I played receiver 2 seasons. And let's see, what else? Then I played on the varsity. I played on the varsity team. So, and I had 5 interceptions. The first game was the one he was talking about, where I saved the game, and then I had one every now and then. And in one game, I had 2 interceptions in one game. We were 10-0 that season. And we had 2 forced fumbles. And I was at one fumble where I intercepted the ball with a recovery. Our team didn't realize that we had there were a bit large team, 2A teams that we were playing against, but we didn't have the 1 through 10 top numbers. But then we realized we were 6th at the end, so that was great. And then, of course, it talks about basketball. I really miss Dennis Bennett. And I'm disappointed he's not here. He was a former head coach of mine. He was a really good coach. We had a really great record. He coached us in Mason-Dixon, where we did really well. Mary would like to say a few words. Your sister would like to say a few words. Oh, sure, yeah, come help me out. And then maybe Tom. Tom, will you say something? Yes, I will. Yes, hello. I'd like to say just a few brief words about my brother, John. I remember a long time ago when he was little in Vale Hall, which was like the elementary school. No, I guess it was middle school at the time. And Mr. Barry was so proud at the door as the dorm staff and was encouraging football, and he was proud. And that was the group that then grew. And when they got into high school, See what has become of them and the team. They were the champions, the national champions, which is amazing. But I will say, remember mother and father?
Oh, and also, she's right.
They weren't happy.
So I remember that we never had pads when we were playing outside. We just were playing in shorts, just shorts and shoes. We didn't have any kind of pads, any helmets. So we were out there playing tackle football. We were taking each other down. We were just getting in the grass, getting dirty, and had to go and take a bath afterwards.
Yes, and they were always playing and playing. And so mother and father, they were not happy with his grades. He was always playing. So father decided to pull down the poster of the pro football and basketball teams in his bedroom, and he cried. And they said, but I'm not happy with your grades, so we'll wait and see if you improve with your schoolwork. So he worked very hard, and finally he got his grades up, and he was able to have his posters up. So see what has become of him. Wow. I wanted to mention something else. The Deaf Club in Tampa. It's called the West Coast Club of the Deaf. And I founded a basketball team there. I'm one of 3 founders. The other 2 are also FSD alumni. And so the 3 of us set up a basketball team. And as it progressed, those 2 left. They were a little bit older. And then I kept it going as a coach and player. And I really encouraged the growth of that team. And we played a lot of other hearing teams and deaf teams. And then there was a deaf tournament, the SEAAD, Southeast Athletic Association of the Deaf. And so we would go to a tournament for that. And first we'd win, and then we'd lose. We'd always win first, and then we would lose. So we started to see that pattern. And then we thought, ooh, somebody said we're the underdogs. Tampa, they're the underdogs. They're such a good team. So me, John, and really, I was a little bit confused because I'm coach, but also player. So dealing with being in those 2 roles, I felt that confusion for a long time. And then I was so surprised that they told me that I was named into the Hall of Fame as coach. To me, I didn't feel like a coach deserved that award, but I accepted that award as coach in the Hall of Fame. And this is my 2nd Hall of Fame honor. And then, of course, I played softball as well. For many years, I played softball for the Deaf Club in Tampa. I'm now retired. And I'm just surprised now that I have 2 Hall of Fame honors. And it's what a wonder. Thank you for the Hall of Fame committee for thinking of my name. Thank you. Congratulations. We'll go ahead and get our photo. What good memories. He was on a 10-0 team. A championship team, 10-0. That's amazing. Oh, no, sorry, we don't have that helmet right now. We'll go ahead and put that in when we have it ready for the website for you. We'll go ahead and move on to our next inductee, George Duro. The class of 68, Johnny Samuels. Will you come up and say a few words about him? George Duro. He came here all the way from California to be here. We are thrilled to have him join us. Thank you so much for coming. We're so impressed that you came all the way out here from California. We'll let Johnny Samuel say a few words about you first. Hello, everyone. George. He played from 63 through 68. And I will never forget, there was one game where they said he was a one-man wrecking crew. As far as the defense, he kept it together. I'll never forget his best game against Callahan High School. At that time, Callahan had these incredible running backs. They were 220 pounds, but he would find a way to tackle them. At that time, it was before Gatorade or any sports drink. So we would take salt tablets at that time. We would take salt tablets. They tasted terrible. Oh, you would feel the sweat. You'd almost throw up after you took a salt tablet. It happened to me at Gallaudet. So he would tackle and run and catch and tackle these guys, and he kept that team together on the defense. So he went to college at RIT. At RIT, one of the toughest colleges in the United States. Do you know who his first coach was? His first coach was Tom Coughlin. Do you remember the Jaguars coach and the New York coach? That was his first college coach. Come on up. We're honoring you. Yes, congratulations.
Thank you. Yep, I played football from the age of 13, started playing, and I was on the safety team. And at that time, I saved the team. It was we were 11, we had nothing. And so I joined that team when I was 13. I was a skinny kid, 125 pounds. But can you imagine? I was playing against those big kids. So I joined the team, and my best friend, Billy Nays, came in. The two of us joined. He's passed away since. But yep, we had 13 players, and just so grateful for joining. If not, you know, they were appreciative of me because that team would have broken down, and we just continued on and grew together and moved forward. And then with basketball, to join the basketball team, and had been playing since I was young. Senior year, I figured,
Jackie Johnson.
Oh, and then Jackie Johnson came and started picking on me and said, I need to join wrestling. And I said, I'm not sure. And said, okay, I'm willing to go ahead and join the team. I had respect and, I really appreciated Jackie Johnson for doing that. Enjoyed playing. So, and that's her back
and
there.
He's here
so
tonight.
thank you. So, learned a lot about wrestling. So, I had 4 sports. Played football, basketball, track, and wrestling. And that was my last year, joined that wrestling team. So, really enjoyed that. So I played a lot of different positions. Started when I was 13, and most of the time I was on the line. So I'd go back and forth there. Somebody would get injured, I would sub in. And we were going up against some real big players again, 200 plus pounds. So I was trying to find the holes and get through. And then when somebody would move over onto the ends, I would have to come in and was a little bit worried. But my first time coming around, was able to go ahead and catch him. So fell flat on his back. And said, we're okay. So the person said, I'm okay. So it was kind of cool. Let's see. So I played guard. for the offensive or offense. So it was generally guard, and then my senior year was tackle. And on defense, really moved around on the field. So Coach White, it was his decision. So I would just say thank you so much to Coach White for putting me in different places and really taught me a lot about the different positions and blocking and playing on the defense. And as running back, we're trying to figure, it was like 15 to 28 sacks, I think, in one game. Was that right? 15 to 28 tackles in one game. So I was just making all those tackles, and that player was sick of me. Same guy. So when the line would move over, we had the guards, a couple of linebackers, and they would move up, and then we would have the linebacker behind, and I'd say, you know what, just push him off and go ahead and take him down. So it was just the same play over and over again, just running him over. And then at some point, it was jumped over the line and managed to catch him and bring him down, and just continued with those tackles, kept taking him down. I missed 5, and all were touchdowns. So I came through, watched him running by, and defensive back, don't remember the name, but ended up kind of going and running by, so it passed right by. So I was saying, you know, that he should have gotten him, should have got that tackle. It was a big, big player. I said, well, I get it, but, you know, sometimes those missed tackles turn into touchdowns, and happened 5 times, so. Oh, and I remember Hastings High School. They had one of the best, it was a one-man offense. And Coach White had told me just to follow this particular player. So it doesn't matter where they go, just keep on them. And they had over 100 yards in the game. They just kept getting through, kept rushing, and got in there on defense and managed to keep them down to 90 yards. So ended up breaking their record, breaking their streak. So they had been really flying, and they got mad because I shut them down. So. The passing interceptions, on different teams, I did intercepted 4 times on different games. Yep, I think I'm good.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much to Coach White. Just, thank you for your help and so many different things. And to my wife, saying hi to her, she's back there. And my son, his girlfriend. So thank you.
All right. Next, we have Kathy Forsen-Roten. She was nominated 2 years ago by Joyce Houghton, who was a star basketball player. She said, oh man, we have to nominate Kathy Forsen-Roten. She nominated her, and I said, you know what, okay. I reached out to her. She lives in Pennsylvania, and she truly wanted to be here, but she had a surgery upcoming. She wanted so badly to be here, but she wasn't able to make it, but she made a video for us. She sent us a video, so we'll allow her to share a few words via video.
Hi, everyone. So nice to be here, even though in the video format. I am truly honored to be nominated for FSDB's Hall of Fame for Athletics. I never thought of my name being on that list. My years coaching at FSDB were very, very special. I loved every moment of it. Probably one of the biggest accomplishments we had was establishing the women's Mason-Dixon tournament. Realized the boys had been playing tournaments for years and years, and the girls had nothing. So we had meetings, we discussed it, and started Mason-Dixon for the women. It was strange because the first year FSDB established it but couldn't host it. We were having our gym refinished during Christmas and it would not be ready for a January tournament start. South Carolina stepped up and took the responsibility and hosted it even though FSDB established it. I'm happy to know it continues through the years to be established. My girls, my teams were wonderful. We ran many, many, many laps together. We shot many, many layups together. And we played hard together. It was a fantastic time for me. I hope that everyone's doing great. I hope you have a beautiful future ahead. And I thank you again very much for this honor.
As you can see, she's standing in the middle in this picture. This is the team. This is Joyce Houghton, who was honored last year. Some of you know a lot of the players on the team. I wanted to put in a team photo. This is the 1968 team photo. She wanted Florida to host the first women's Mason-Dixon tournament. They didn't have that. They already had the men's tournament since 1953, but they did not have the women. So she did the work to make sure that was established. But then the floor had to be renovated. So they allowed South Carolina to host first. But we wanted to honor her for what she did for FSDB and for Mason-Dixon. So thank you to Kathy. And this is a picture of Kathy, honored today. Next up, we have Terry Hubbard. Is Terry Hubbard here? Did you know Terry Hubbard? Did you want to say anything about Terry? Can someone help me introduce Terry? Yes, of course, come on up. Oh, Terry's here. Oh, I was looking everywhere for you. Okay, great. I'm glad that Terry's here. If you wouldn't mind, could you say a few things about her? We were looking everywhere for you. There you were in the back. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, yes, hello. I remember when you were younger.
That's right. Hello, hello, hello.
Grace Mincer.
It's Grace Mincer. So I came here when I was 17 and really looked up to her, and she was just, we were practicing together and kind of trying to figure out how to do blocks, how to get on defense, and getting rebounds and getting on the floor and being positive, supporting each other, making sure we had our free throws together. And she was really explaining everything to me and helping me develop and grow myself. So ended up becoming a center and forward, and we were on the championship team. I think, what was that? In 1974, so I played for many years and really looked up to her as a player. So I want to say congratulations.
Yes, I'm so proud of you. Would you like to say a few words?
Yes, thank you so much for honoring me here at the Hall of Fame. And so when I was young, I was on the C team, and I was playing with my teammate over there. So really funny, the two of us were on C team together. We were making a lot of mistakes. We were fumbling the ball. We had a lot of just getting the balls turned over. And you remember, we gave up a lot of points. You remember that?
I remember.
Yeah, so anyways. But then did learn, we grew, we developed. And then, so I ended up moving up to the varsity team. But then, with the boys' football players, some of them asked me and said, hey, they picked you for varsity. Johnny Samuels picked you for varsity. I said, who's Johnny? Who is that? And then, I'm young. I thought maybe I should go up to junior varsity first, but no, I jumped straight from C team up to the varsity team. And everybody else on there, I think everybody was seniors, right? I think we had
Yes.
5 seniors with Johnny's team. Yeah, no, I think I was definitely the youngest. I jumped up there with that varsity team from SEAM. There was a lot of seniors on that team, right? Yep, you were with me. Yep, I think, so they were teaching me how to play, developing my skills, but it was awful about picking on me, making me so mad, but, I want to say thank you because it, taught me a lot of lessons and, making me jump, making me dribble, making me move that ball around, and making me go left. Nobody else would do it. I was the only one who could drive that ball left on the court. So I want to say thank you to Johnny, and also thank you to you too. So you were wonderful, wonderful player to play with, and we were together for a long time. Love you.
I love you too.
So thank you. So thanks for picking me.
This is a beautiful plaque we have for you.
Thank you so much.
Let's take a picture together, and congratulations. Yes, what a wonderful story she shared. Congratulations, that was beautiful. Yes, and then up on the slide you can see the stats and some of her big achievements. You'll also be able to view that on the website. All right, next we have Billy Lange with so many accolades. Oh my goodness, of course we had to induct him in the Hall of Fame. I am so incredibly impressed with his athletic prowess. Let us have Johnny Samuels say a few words about Billy. I mean, Billy is present, but let's have him, Johnny Samuels, say a few words about him before he comes up. Hello. I mean, I'd like to summarize this in a nutshell because he has so many things. We could spend all day and all night talking about Billy. I am so honored to have him as my first quarterback here at FSDB. I taught him how to pass. I taught him the mechanics of throwing the ball. He learned in junior varsity with 5 touchdown passes that were incredible. He was one of the first quarterbacks to be able to throw over 1,000 yards here at FSDB. His best highlights here at FSDB, I believe, are due to the games we had in basketball, in high school basketball. A lot of people know him. When you play FSDB in high school basketball, it's going to be 200-0, they think, because, the defense. But then the game ended up with a batting score. It was neck and neck. The fans were involved. The coaches got involved. The emotion. What an emotional game. Do you know what the score was? St. Augustine High School 6, FSDB 4. 6-4. That's a baseball score. I believed that he will tell his story to his grandchildren as an old man in a rocking chair, smoking on a pipe. Oh, I remember when the game was 6-4. A lot of people don't know that he was an incredible player. During his senior year in basketball, he was so good and the year was so great. The last few games had a bad turn. He was a very tall player, and he was intimidating. Oh man, I hated to see when a tall player would turn their ankle. Even when I see Shaq would tell you, LeBron would tell you, they hate that kind of pain. But he was such a good leader as well. That leadership encouraged other people on the team and made other people on the team look good. He played football. He played basketball at Gallaudet. He did get injured, and that did prevent him. But he became a coach in Kentucky, School for the Deaf, and then here as a short time as athletic director. He has great leadership skills. Come on up, Billy. Yes. So I was his first quarterback. I never forgot. He looked at me. I played football, and I was good, but I would pass it like this, through the side, like a sidearm. And he would say, no, look, you have to change the way you position your arm and pass it this way. And then I excelled. It was because of him. He taught me the right way to pass. Thank you for that. And when he talked about St. Augustine High School, oh, yes, we should have won that game. It was 4-6. But in the last few seconds of the game, with 13 seconds of the game, I had a timeout, and it was my ball. And we talked about what our plan would be. I was high post. And then we had Will Neal, point guard, in the middle, at the free throw line, at the top of the key. So I was to go to the middle. He was to pass me the ball. I would fake and then go and lay up the ball. So then it was a 3-point play, and I would have 9-6. That would be the play. So we set it all up. We're ready for the play. But all of a sudden, St. Augustine High School pushed a player, and we lost the ball. And I thought, oh, it's 13 seconds. That 13 seconds we really thought was plenty of time. But as a player, I felt like it was 2 or 3 seconds. It's all in your head. And I'm thinking, hurry. So I get the ball and immediately jump and shoot. We had 5 or 6 seconds left. I should have waited. And it did not make it. I got the rebound. I went to get it back up, but then the other player knocked the ball out of my hands, and time ran out. 6-4, we lost. Oh, that was hard, but what a memory. Another memory in football, there's a football game. There are 2, one against St. Joe's and one against Christian. The one against St. Joe's, junior year, we destroyed them 44-0. And then senior year, St. Joe's improved. And we had a game, a back and forth game. It was a tough game, all the way down to the last 3 seconds of the game. They had 6, and we had 6. Tied game. Oh, yeah, you remember that game. We're at the 40-yard line. My territory, 40-yard line. We're thinking we're going to do a Hail Mary pass, of course, because we have to with 3 seconds left. So I'm running. I have the ball. I'm looking everywhere. Everything is happening. The defense goes back a little bit to give me more time to pass, right? So I have a little bit of time. And then all of a sudden I see Joe Manson run, and the defense is just standing there. So I knew that they could get repositioned, and then he'd be freed up for a big launch. I'm 50 yards. I'm at the 50-yard line at this point when I'm standing that far back. And so I threw the ball, but it was not a smooth spiral. I threw so hard. And Joe's running and running and running, but let me tell you something else. Through the whole game, I'm passing and passing, and everybody misses the ball. Joe had missed the catch 4 times because he broke his pinky. And so then, he's dropping every pass. So this is the last one, the last play, he catches it for a touchdown. 50-yard pass, and we won. We got 12-6. And we had, we were so excited. But then another player punched me in the neck, got so excited, but I got knocked down. And he said, "I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to," but we were done with the game. But they said you have to do we still have a field goal kick, even though there were no seconds on the clock. So I'm ready as a place kicker. And all of a sudden the line, they know we won, so they're not even paying attention. And St. Joe's wanted to kill me so bad because we beat them. So they run at me, and my eyes are wide. I'm supposed to stay kneeled. I stood up. And Doug Hall, he looked up, and he was scared himself. So he didn't even run to kick. He just stayed standing and kicked his leg up. The ball went straight up like a rocket. It went straight down, and we got 12-6. We won the game, but that's how it ended. The other one with U Christian, they had beat us freshman, sophomore, senior year, or junior year. And then senior year, finally, we're leading the game. In this game, I felt good. I had 5 steals, interceptions myself. I was playing safety on defense the last five games. And so I actually intercepted 5 times, and beat them. So we felt great about that. And then, of course, basketball. I just have so many good games in basketball. Like Johnny Samuel said, we could talk about, sports and those memories all night. Wow, yes, and he was your coach. Let's get a picture together. Thank you so much for this. And when he taught me how to pass, that helped me at Gallaudet too. I did well in Gallaudet, and it's thanks to you, Johnny Samuels, yes. And also in Gallaudet, when I played basketball, I was MVP there. Yes, we definitely made the right choice selecting Billy. 1981. He was a senior. So next up, we have Dr. McClure. He was president of the school for 15 years. I'll let BP share a few words. And he has a long list of accomplishments. I'm wondering, how many of you went to school under Dr. McClure? How many of you went to school under Dr. McClure? Raise your hand. Many, just like me. I'm one of them. I nominated him in the Hall of Fame because he had done so much for FSDB and the deaf community. He's a 3rd-generation deaf educator. His grandparents were deaf. His parents were hearing, but were deaf educators. His father was at North Dakota and Missouri School for the Deaf as superintendent. He was born in Missouri. He graduated from Missouri in college. He went to Gallaudet. And these are some of his accomplishments. He was a superintendent of Tennessee School for the Deaf, president of Indiana School for the Deaf. He came to Florida School for the Deaf and was president here for 15 years. He has 3 honorary doctorate degrees: Gallaudet, Flagler College, and Westminster College in Maryland. And that we have a building on campus named after him. Dr. McClure Also, like Walker, his family, Walker's family, is a third-generation deaf person, and he had deaf in his family, and he interpreted. Dr. McClure also interpreted and was involved in sports. He was an editor for a deaf journal and involved in the deaf community, tremendously involved. A lot of you know this name. And so we want to honor and remember him. I'm sorry that we tried to reach out to his family, his next of kin, but we were unable to reach a next of kin to accept his award. So we hope that someday we can reach out to a family member. Billy would like to say something. Yeah, I just want to make a side comment that my father, it was very, very close friends with Dr. McClure. I'm sorry, just so you can, the camera especially, you need to see me. But Dr. McClure and my father were very good friends. They were best friends. He was my father's best man at my parents' wedding. Oh, yes, you're right. You're right. He was the one who truly pulled us as a family from Knoxville, Tennessee, to move here to Florida. It's really because of him. If not for him, I might have graduated from Tennessee School for the Deaf, and I might be your rivals. Yes, that's right. Thank you. Yes, Dr. McClure. Dr. McClure was able to get legislature to pass, give us money so that we could demolish the old Walker Hall and establish the new Walker Hall after 60 years of that old building standing. He convinced legislature to pass a bill to establish the building that's still standing to this day. I want to let Tricia Kidd say just a few words about him.
Thank you. Yes, hello. So my name's Tricia, calling from the Missouri School. And Dr. McClure, his father was the president of my school. And again, that was the Missouri School for the Deaf. And the Missouri School for the Deaf, their football team, so they had honored him as well and honored his father. And I teach here and taught here and worked with him. And now his father was president of the school that I grew up with back in the day. So it's a small world.
Yes, small world. And John Burns also wants to say a few more words. Oh, I know this is a big honor. I don't blame you for wanting to share a few words about him. I understand. Oh, yes, I loved him. I loved him. Oh, sure, yes. Go ahead and come on up. Dr. McClure, oh man, what school spirit he had. And I wanted to mention his dog. His dog's name was Rusty. And he always would come by to our football team practices. The dog would sometimes interrupt our practices. The dog, Rusty, loved to catch bunnies. Do you know what this is? Do you know what this sign is? Nope, not bunnies, dragonflies. That's a new sign for dragonflies. He would bite and try to catch the dragonflies. That made us feel inspired and spirited. Dr. McClure, so we were 10-0. We were very excited as a team, and we were going into the locker room with our coach, the football locker room. We go into the locker room, and so before that, I had an idea. But it was another player too. We both had the idea. We thought we would bring shaving cream, and we would use that shaving cream after we got 10-0. We would use that shaving cream in the locker room, So we started to spray it, and he says, so McClure comes in and starts cheering, and we started spraying him with shaving cream. What's that called?
Oh, yeah, nice tie. It was famous. You know, the shaving cream is the silly screen, you know, from Halloween where you spray it and it shoots out. So that's what we were spraying that all over in the locker room. It was sticking all over his shirt. And Dr. McClure was standing there with his tie. Oop. Had his jacket, and he was just covered. But, you know, he didn't sit there and say, oh, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? No, he came in with a big old smile. He had all the spirit.
Yes, he was grinning big. Thank you, thank you. Yes, thank you. Oh, Hugh wanted to say a few words as well.
Hi, my name's Hugh Lewis. Oh, long time.
High school in Indiana. He. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was a high school student in Indiana, and Dr. McClure was the superintendent of the Indiana School for the Deaf. I went down to visit as a senior in high school, and he offered me a job 6 years later after I got my bachelor's degree, my master's degree, had my student teaching, and then he would give me a job at the Indiana School for the Deaf. Well, when I finished the 6 years, I called Indiana and they said, oh, no, he's in Florida now. So I called Florida and I said, I'd like to come for a visit. He offered me a job. Still here in St. Augustine, 41 years at FSDB. There's one thing that I think needs to be emphasized. Dr. McClure was responsible for integrating the black school and the white school here. You think about that in 1966 and 67. I came in 68, and who was my best friend? Hank White. Anyway, he is responsible for so many things at this school that we all need to be respectful of his wonderful achievements here at FSDB. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Beautiful, beautiful presentation. Wow. Oh, I see Donna. She wants to share as well. So I saw her get up and walk across the room, so I knew that she wanted to say something about Dr. McClure. I absolutely don't mind. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello. Some of you may not know me. My name is Donna Drake. I was principal for many, many years. I know so many of you here in this room. I have to say, I wasn't planning on saying anything, but when I saw that Dr. McClure was being honored, I had to come up here. He reached out to he touched almost every deaf person in America. I'll tell you how I know him. My father graduated from Gallaudet University, and I would say in 1931 or 1932, 1933 or 1934, he graduated as a graduate student at Gallaudet. My father was the quarterback at Gallaudet College. Excuse me. No, it was Gallaudet College at the time. I had to think for a second. So in 1931, there was the Great Depression, there was war, and a lot of men were going to war, and there weren't a lot of boys. So a lot of the professors at Gallaudet had to go and train for the military. So we tried to keep a team. My dad searched and looked at McClure, and he was tall. My father was short like me. All of my family members were pretty short. My dad was 5'2" or 5'3", a very short man. And so he searched, and he went to the Gallaudet president and said, "Can I grab McClure to come and play?" And he said, "Sure." So at that time, they didn't have the NCAA at the time. So it was independent. And the president said, "Yeah, sure, we want to win. Let's get him." So he played for 3 years. They played for 3 years together. And who got me here? He did. When I was 6 or 7, on a family trip, we stopped in Indiana. And he was a superintendent in Indiana at the time. And he said, "Hello, when you grow up, will you work for me?" I said, "I don't know." I don't know. And I was a little girl. But it's true. He called me when I was a senior at Gallaudet. And he said, "Are you coming to FSDB?" He touched and reached out to so many people in America, and the world, really. So we are lucky that we had him with us during that time.
So I've got a little something to add. So Dr. McClure was best friends of the president of the Missouri School for the Deaf, and that was my father's cousin. So my father's cousin was the superintendent at the Missouri School for the Deaf. The two of them were best friends. And that's how I got a job here. And also, while I was teaching, it didn't happen one time. I'd say it happened several times. He would come by and visit into the classroom and say hello, come over and chat, just really nice. So he was a wonderful, wonderful president. Thank you.
That's right. That's right. Okay. Wow. How impressive. He surely deserves the honor, no question. Of course. Yes, we commend him. So next we have Timothy. Johnny Samuels, will you come and say a few words? Timothy Morris. Since you nominated him, come and say a few words. Talk about Timothy Morris.
So Timothy, this is for Timothy Morse. So he graduated, he grew up here at FSDB. He was the class of 1936. And he was one of the absolute best people that we ever had as a bus driver. And he was always, always, always bringing all of the students and all the kids to and from all of our different trips. He got everybody to and there safely for many, many years. He was a great driver. And then en route, even during Jim Crow time, during segregation as a black bus driver, he would still get us all over. And we were in the southeastern states, not an easy task, but he was one of the best. He was able to fix that bus. So if the bus was to break down, something happened, he was expert. He could get out there and fix it on his own. So he enjoyed the challenge. He would go and take us all over. And I remember one time going to a game, and it was at a black school. And at that time, they were allowing the games, I think, Oh, the team, I think, had made some mistakes, and we were having some problems with some of the players. We weren't listening, we weren't following what the coach was supposed to be saying, and people were getting chewed out, and he would get involved with the coach. So he loved sports. He really was, he loved this school. And he ended up working in the mechanics department. He was there for many, many years. That was his home. It was his home here at FSDB at this school. So it's a huge honor, and we should all be happy to honor him. He deserves it.
Yes, and we're still working to find his family members, his next of kin. Some have passed, but we'll continue to keep on looking for his family members. We won't give up, and when we find someone, we will mail the plaque to them. Thank you. And next up we have, well, first we want to show a photo of Timothy Morris. Yes, he was a bus driver. He was such a good bus driver. He did so well, so many things for our school. Next we have Norman Oja.
So I would like to make a few statements about and share some stories about him, because wow. So he was so dedicated to FSDB. Just can't emphasize enough. He was just amazing, incredible. So he was a Boy Scout master for many, many, many years. He established the canoe club. He established the hiking club. Wow, we would go to different places. We would go camping, all kinds of canoe trips. We were going all over the place. And after school, long time ago, we had to stay on the weekends, right? Maybe we'd go home on Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, summer. That was back in the school days, and now every Friday they go. But back then, he would come up with ideas. He would sit there and think, you know what, let's go ahead and get together and go canoeing. And just really enjoyed all of that time. Instead of just sitting around with nothing to do, doing the same old thing over and over again, he would get everybody involved. He was such a nice man. He was so motivated. But one time, he decided to take a group, and we went to Ocala National Forest, and we were collecting all of the aluminum cans. So we were picking up all the cans, everything we could find, gathered them all together, and if I remember, I think we had 4 different bags. They were 25 cents each. 402 bags for 25 cents each. We exchanged them for $100.50, and we used that to add to our canoe club. We added the money to use for canoeing. So it was a thrilling event, so we just went all over the place with him, and he was just fantastic, amazing. So Marcia Ojo, she is here, and we're so thrilled to have her and her daughter and her family, and they were able to come today, so I would like to go ahead and ask Marcia, and if your daughter's with you, or if anybody in the family wants to come up, or if you'd prefer to stay, we can come to you. Okay, maybe we'll go ahead and bring it to you, yes. Yeah, we'll bring the plaque to you. So maybe if you wouldn't mind having your daughter come up, if you could come to the stage, even just alone.
Do you want to say anything? I didn't want to say. Okay.
Yeah, if you want to say a few words. Oh no, that's okay. Don't want to. That's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna go ahead for the picture. This is Sandra. And then we'll go ahead and go over to the table and take a picture there as well.
Marcia's here, but and I'm just so happy that you're here. That's the most important thing. And thank you to the family who's also here. Thank you so much for being here. Oh my gosh, Norman Oja, he was so impressive. So we'll now move on to our next inductee, Michael Rutledge. Oh, I didn't even see you. Yes, you're here. I'm so glad you're here. Johnny Samuels really wants to say something about you first. Michael Rutledge. We called him Irwin because all his life he looked up to Michael Irwin from Dallas. You know, the receiver from Dallas? Oh, he looked up to him. He grew up attending FSDB, and so many people were confused with these three boys. The Three Musketeers. Jeff Scott. Who was the other one? Rodney Cook. And him. They kind of all had the same look. He was one of the best athletes in school history. He had a brain. He was really brainy. He was a brainy athlete. So he was on the team from 86 through 88. He was a wide receiver, and he could play quarterback, he could play running back, but he messed up his knee in a junior varsity game. During a practice, during that week, he wasn't allowed to be in the scrimmages. But he wanted to play, but he knew all the plays. So all he would do, he would show up for the games. And he would average 30 yards receiving. You know why? Because so many of the defensive fakes. When we would play, in those days, you think that we would rush. But we would fake, or we'd give it to the fullback. And if the quarterback would keep it and run, or maybe pass it to someone else and do a fake. So the defense all goes to where they think it's going, and then the ball's lobbed over, and he would catch it. He would catch it every time. He made the all-county team 2 years in a row, and Deaf All-American team. He was a very good basketball player. He could shoot three-pointers as well. Come on to the stage.
Hello, hello. Thank you for honoring me. Thank you for inducting me into the Hall of Fame. It's really inspiring. It's thrilling, so thank you. Well, and I want to thank my family for coming tonight too, my friends, everybody here at FSDB. I grew up here from 77. So, you know, my best friend, the three of us, Jeff has passed, Rodney's passed, so I'm the only one here today, but I wish they were here with me. But I just want to say thank you so much for honoring me. And I'm trying to think of the best story to share. So with football, we were playing against the Maryland School for the Deaf. So they were just high yardage. So I know that we had, I think, 6 receivers, 157-yard touchdown. And so that was one where just, you know, we took off. Really enjoyed that game. And then also I wanted to say thank you to the linemen. So I've got the names of them here. So first lineman, this is offensive lineman. So Kitchlins, Tim Eltord, Charles Thomas, John Rithup, Bobby Holly, Darren, and then also the coach and the assistant coaches. So I want to say thank you to Johnny Samuels, and Jackie Johnson as well. So thank you so much. I see you back there. And Mark Battles as well. And then Johnny Bush. So that was the team that we were with. So that's who we came through, and we were always out there. And like I said, when I couldn't play, couldn't be involved in practice, but I'd stay on those sidelines. I'd sit there with my shorts. My knees still messed up, but I'm here to this day. So thank you so much. Love you all, and thank you. Keep it short and sweet. Thank
yes, it's so worth it to have you here. We wanted to honor you. We have his sleeve for you for your plaque, if you'd like. Next up, we have Milton Stanley. I don't know if he's here. Is Milton here? Is Milton Stanley here? Oh, I didn't see you. Johnny, would you come up? It was you who nominated him, right? A star basketball player. Johnny Samuels wants to say a few words about you. Milton Stanley. You were from Fort Myers? Naples. From Naples, Florida. He grew up attending FSDB. And his sports program, it was so good for the little kids. He was in sports all from being a kid. He was involved in football and basketball, and he was good at basketball. He had over 1,000 points over 4 years. He was one of the players with Billy Lange. He was young, but he was in that game where we played St. Augustine High School, and it was 6-4. We honor you.
I want to say thank you for honoring me here. And yes, I grew up here at the school and was started with basketball when I was 12, kind of looked over at football some, went back and forth, and then with basketball just kind of progressed with that. And my coach, that was Coach Lemire. I'm sorry, let me go back. So when I was 12 years old, I was in 6th grade, I was on the team, and kind of moved forward, and then was on the C team for a short time, and then just stuck with varsity. So Coach Lemire, and when I was with Billy Lang, and it was just so exciting. So it was really encouraging, tried to get us to calm down. Sometimes I get a little overexcited on the court, and he'd keep me calm and continue progressing with the game and learning from him. And he was older, he had more experience. I was young at the time. And I believe it was a game against St. Augustine High School, the one where it was a 6-4 game. So if we were at 4-4, we were trying to win. We were trying to get those final points, but that's okay. I'm not worried about it. 6-4 was the final score. But I think we were just going back and forth when we were trying to beat them, and in the fourth quarter, we had it just kept beating us over and over, and it was from Hastings, and we tried to catch up with them. We were just behind for a few points, but once we moved forward, one game that I was looking back in the past, that was with Nice High School on the basketball team. And we had 8 wins, no losses, and we had been moving forward. And first, second, third quarter, we only had a few seconds left in the game, and wasn't feeling good. Coach told me to go and get on the court and let the team know, go ahead and shoot. So went ahead and tried to make some shot. We were getting caught up in the game. We were going back and forth. Tipping it in. We made it, and we ended up winning that game, I believe, by 6 points. There was 26 points that game.
Yes, stay right there. We have something for you. What a beautiful plaque, right? It's a beautiful color photo. Next up, we have, we're going in alphabetical order. We're now at the S and the T, Robert Shenick Turner. I'd like to welcome, yes, we have someone coming up to say a few words. Johnny Samuels, did you know him? Did you want to say something? Oh, Billy. Billy would like to share about him. Okay. All right, Robert Shenick. That's how we knew him. Later, Turner. Went through all of high school with him. He was so great. I'll tell you who's great at football. There was one place that everyone was so scared of him, and as a center linebacker. Oh, I mean, he was very dangerous. What a dangerous player. Whew. I mean, the opposing team would be shaking in their knees, and he played until he was a senior, and then he moved out to another school. We thought maybe we could have been champions if he had stayed his senior year.
We could have.
Oh, he was a great basketball player too. He and I, we were pretty competitive. He and I played junior varsity together. We played varsity together. He and I I would start in junior varsity, and then we got to varsity. He and I competed for sixth man, right? Right? Yes. And so they were the first five, and this is when I was a sophomore and he was a junior. And we would wait on the bench. The first five would play, and we would wait. I really wanted to play more on junior varsity because I knew I'd play more, but I was on the varsity team. And I waited on the bench just like he did. We both wanted to play. We were so eager. And Coach Bennett, he would look over, and he would keep looking over to the bench. And I would stick my head out, like, me, Coach, me. And he would, and so then Robert saw me, and next time he would stick his head out. When Mr. Bennett would look over, and we tried to stick our heads out further to compete for who was going to get to play. And so that sometimes I would get picked, and sometimes you would get picked as sixth man. Oh, what good memories we had. But really, going back to him as a football player, he was incredible. And he has so many accolades. I mean, you could share some yourself.
It was, I knew what to do. So God made me the gift of everything that I'm able to do and as a player. So I just want to say thank you for everything and having the opportunity to play.
Oh, man, he was a darn good football
Coach, player. And with just everybody and all the coaches, all the players with Coach Samuels, Jackie Johnson.
Did you want to add anything? Do you want to say anything else? Oh, no, you covered everything. Oh, and yeah, your best game. What was your best game?
Oh, let's see. My best game was against St. Joe. We just railroaded them.
Oh, yes, that's right.
You remember?
I remember.
Yep, that was sophomore year.
Oh, yeah, they had 26.
20,
they had 26
0.
nothing. 26 nothing. Catholic? Oh, St. Joe's, they're close by. They're right across. They're rivals, and they've moved now to their new campus, but they used to be in downtown. And we were rivals. I mean, Hastings was another rival. We had just 3 of us in the district, and we had Christian, of course, but we just had the 4 of us. That's right, districts. So we're playing St. Joe's, and just before that, I was playing junior varsity, and he was on the varsity team at the time. They beat us 26 to nothing. After we, had 10-0, and then the very next year, we didn't play against them when we won 10-0. We moved up to 2A to be a 2A school, so we didn't play them. I wish that we had gotten to go into the 2A class. Maybe we would have a chance to get into state. But they decided not to have us in there. And so then we were 10-0. But anyway, so then we played against St. Joseph's.
26-0.
And there were pictures of St. Joseph's on the front of the newspaper. The next year, we destroyed them 20-0.
We got
it felt so good. And then my junior year, we were 44-0. We destroyed them. And I just told you about the other one, the 3-second pass, my senior year. So we beat them 3 years in a row. And during practice, I was second string quarterback at the time. Oh man, I would try to always avoid him. I did not want him to tackle me. Oh,
that's right. I remember during practice, sitting there considering, I think at that time, yes, he was a junior. Mike Slater. So during practice on the defensive line on the first string, so we kind of had it mixed up a little bit. And we were trying to study the plays and everything else. Again, it was practice. And so put Billy in on quarterback. And so said, we're going to go ahead and go half speed. We're not going to do a full speed tackle. We're supposed to do half speed. Just keep it light. I said, okay. All right, so we got set up. So we're ready to go. And I see Billy get the ball, and he's looking around. And so I back up a little bit. I'm going, all right, well, I'm going to go ahead. Oh. And so I said, hey, when I tap you, that means I'm going to come through. So I said, perfect. So I went ahead and got around the center, saw him with the ball, saw the look on his face, went ahead and grabbed that ball and hit the ground. And he was eating grass, had grass in his face mask. He got up all frustrated, knocking dirt out of his helmet. He completely hit the ground.
I did not want him to full tackle me. He got me at the ankles, and that was good enough.
Yeah, it wasn't even a full tackle. I just pinched his feet.
That was good enough for me. Yes, this is you receiving a ball. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yes, what good choices we made for the inductees in the Hall of Fame. That's what we're all here for.
So Belinda von Doltrin, did she come? I'm hoping she's here. Is she here? No, nobody's seen Belinda. Belinda von Doltrin. No, didn't get a response. Okay, so she was nominated by another fantastic cheerleader, and that was from Mimi Kern. So we had previously honored her 2 years ago at the Hall of Fame, and she had said at the time, oh, we've got to honor Belinda. She was an amazing cheerleader. She was the best. So 3 years straight, won the champions. Yep, she was the cheer captain for 3 years straight. And won the championships for 83, 84, and 85 at Mason-Dixon. Was involved in dance troupe and just had excellent sportsmanship. She got a good citizenship award at the same time. And she was involved in the pageants as well. So she just had an amazing character. And unfortunately, she couldn't be with us here tonight. But we will go ahead and mail her. We got in contact with her, hoping she was going to come. I'm not quite sure what happened, but that's okay. So now we are done honoring the individual inductees, so we're going to honor two teams. All right, so we got our basketball team of 1966 and 1967. So they had 20 wins and 3 losses that season. Just wow, it was amazing. They were stars on the court. We had 20-1, 22, and then when we got into regionals at the time, they ended up beating the team in the regionals, and then had one more, and if they had gone that, they would have gone to states. But unfortunately, we lost by a hair, but that's okay. But I think it is absolutely time to honor them. That varsity team, 1966-67 for varsity boys basketball, if you would come up.
James Field.
And James Field is going to come up to the stage. And this is him. And then Johnny Samuels as well. Those are the two of them in that picture here. Oh, and George Duro as well. That's George over on the end there. We can get the three of you. Yeah, we want to go ahead and just get everybody up here for a picture if we could. So if you want to come up.
Diane Klangen-Smith Jeffords.
And Diane Klangen-Smith Jeffords as well.
Jeffords.
Jeffords, come on up.
The wife of Edward.
All right, so if anybody wants to say anything, make a brief statement. Said, this is for James. You want to come up? You know, you had your experiences, your memories going into Mason-Dixon. What was that like? You can talk about any of your experiences.
Okay. So here I am. I'm trying to think. It's very hard to remember some. Let me think. Oh, here we go. I want to talk about the 20 wins and 3 losses. So we had most of our team was the black team, and it helped because we had Henry White, and we had the black school before we had integrated. So that really helped us and get us strong and led us to the championship. That's really all I remember. Yes.
So you were the center, right? You were the tall player on the team.
Thank you. I do want to add that. I forgot. So again, I said this last year, but I'll say it again. So all of us, you know, everybody who started was short, and I was on the bench. But then I came on, and I would sub, but I was tall. It helped that I had the height, especially for the rebounds. You see all the kids in this picture? This is when White first came here in 1960. We were kids. And I was the tallest one. And I thought I was 17, 18, but I was 12 years old. And so he comes in, everybody else is short. I felt really tall, but then he grew. But I had more experience because I started in 1961 through 67. First of all, everybody was good because every one of us loved to practice. If we had a lousy practice, we wouldn't be able to make it work in the game. Everyone could run. Everyone could jump. Everyone could shoot. We could all play good defensively. I was number 30. Muscle man. I was the muscle man. As far as my height, I thought I was 7 feet tall because I was so strong. And I could block out. I could play any position until Coach White came and forced me to go to post for passing. Of course, I could then use my skills wherever he put me. But that 20 wins and 3 losses, still, even at 77 years old, sometimes I'm awake at night And in the morning, I'm putting on my shoes or I'm brushing my teeth and I'm still sick in my stomach. 20 wins, state-ranked team. Oh, sometimes I just feel sick. Why did we lose the Mason-Dixon tournament? Why? I still ask myself why we lost to those other teams like Tennessee. Tennessee stank. But in Tennessee, they always had press. They were used to press. So they were ready with the pressure and offense, and they knew how to break our press. And as a result, in the first quarter, first thing, they blocked 3 different shots. And then we had 2, and we never got caught back up. I believe that we could have killed them. We really could. And even at 77 years old, I get sick to my stomach when I think about it. Do you want to say something as well?
Yep, looking at that, you know. So before we were an integrated team, I had been playing, and then once we ended up with black players, and we got a whole lot better, and they were a lot better than I was. So I ended up on the bench. I would get in the game every now and again, but definitely benched once we integrated. But I was able to play some, so if we got a run, a lead, then I would get excited. I'd get on the court and get to play, but when it got competitive, I'd sit on the bench again. So that's Edward. He was the best rebounder, Edward Jeffries. So I remember him rebounding, offensive rebounds as well. He was the best. He was a great football player too. But it was real tough to tackle him. He was an expert of getting around. He had great footwork. So same idea in football and basketball. He was tough to stop.
It's like Harold Green.
Same as Harold Green. Looking for him here. No, that's Harold right there in the middle. He should have come today, so darn. So Harold, so he moved a little slow, but he was an expert of getting people to just fall off. He was great at fooling people. He had some good trickery on the court.
Herman.
And then we have Herman. So he was fast getting up the court. He was the opposite. So we had one player who was fast, one player who was slow, and then he could get up that court real quick. And then Harold, he would just kind of mosey on up, and he would just get players to drop as they passed him. But with our rebounding and everything else, that was just the best team. So I really appreciate watching them from the bench. They were great players.
All right, we need to get a picture. We'll get a picture of who we have here from that team. And also to show all of you, we're giving them the beautiful color photo of the team. Wow, thank you. Oh, thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. All right, if we can go ahead and get a picture. Oh, if we can stay for another one. Congratulations. You earned it.
All right, yes. So we hadn't had team honors in previous years. This is the first time we were able to honor a team. I just want to make sure that James is watching while I talk about this next part. I want you to stay up here. So we finally won the Mason-Dixon Championship in 1967-68 season. I never forgot. Here at FSDB, we hosted. Here at FSDB. In years past, they had never won a championship. The Mason-Dixon tournament started in 1953. And from that time, so it was first established for the boys, we lost by 1 point to North Carolina, 35-34, a very close game. And then from that point forward, we were either second or third. I looked in the book. I've seen that. Florida was second or third. Not until 1968, and that's not easy. I know that wasn't easy to win. It was against Alabama School for the Deaf, and it was a very close game. I mean, we didn't always keep the lead. We would lose it, and then we would take it. And then at the final shot, it was 51-49. And everyone went to the court, all the fans. We finally won the championship. I remember, I was so happy. We finally won the Mason-Dixon Championship. So if you have anybody else on your team, are you the only one from that team that can come up here? I know that's you. There was one of the players, we had a communication breakdown and he couldn't come. That was Harold. Oh, there's somebody in the hospital. Okay, well, maybe you can say a few words. Is anyone else here? Yeah, yesterday, that former player was supposed to ride with this former player, but then he wasn't able to come here. No, that person has passed. No, Manford passed. No, he lived in Orlando. Yes, and he's passed. That was just a couple months ago, actually. Right, recently passed. I don't know this one. I don't know about this one. And then President McClure is pictured here. President McClure. Yes, it was when we hosted here in Florida. Of course, he would be pictured. I want to share.
So this was the first black coach. This was for Georgia School for the Deaf, and that's where we were playing the game.
That was Frank Slater.
Frank Slater. So it was a really close game, but we got some help from our Johnny Samuel. He said this was his sign name before, but he really helped out on the team. So we got a lot of support from Johnny. And then, we had some other players. They were okay. They were pretty good. We had some skill players too, so it really helped us out. But the two of us did a whole lot on the court. So, yeah,
Yes,
Mason-Dixon Championship.
Give them a round of applause.
Oh, and I forgot to say. So I received an email. From Harold Green? Yeah, I got an email from Harold Green and wanted me to go ahead and nominate Coach White for an award for the Black School. I'll show you a picture here. Got that's an award from the Black School. So maybe I can bring that over to you. I do have an award there. So I don't know when or if there's any way to do that, but I do want to go ahead and show you the picture. So there is an award and kind of show you what it looked like.
Oh, yes, sure, yes. There's also a picture of the 1968 team. And just get one of those photos. He's showing him a picture. James is showing Coach White a picture of a very special recognition, an award to Coach White for doing so much for the black school from 1960 to 1966. He did so much, and Harold was supposed to bring it, but he wasn't able to be here, so that means that it's going to be mailed. It will be mailed.
Yeah, he's at home. He wasn't able to make it, so he couldn't come.
That's Harold Green. That's Harold Green. So we'll need your address so we can mail it to you, okay? Maybe Hugh, you can help coordinate to get his address so we can bring it to you. We'll bring it.
Yeah, let
we'll
him know.
bring it
We'll
to
bring
him.
it to him.
Can you help us do that, Hugh? Okay. So we'll be able to get his address so we can mail it. Harold Green. Harold Green might come to his house. Okay, we can talk about that. We'll talk about getting that to him. We'll make sure we get it to him. We want to make sure we get a picture because you're representing this team. Oh, Coach White is so proud. Johnny, will you present this picture so we can, and we'll take a picture. This is from the Mason-Dixon tournament in 1968. That's the team photo of the championship team. Oh yes, that's for you. We'll get a picture with you, James. Let's get a picture of you, because since you're representing the team award.
I'll stay down here. Don't need to get on the podium. All right, thank you. Perfect.
Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
you and your team. All right, we're doing pretty well on time. It's 8:29, 8:30. So now, the group from 2024, we want to take a group picture here in the front, and then we're going to take a picture of those who, the inductees from 2025. So that's coming up, but let me just, first, I want to share, there are some things that are also in the program. Let me say a few words about this before we do our photo. If you all look at your program, everyone should have gotten a program. And you look at the back of the program, there's a long list of thank yous. I don't need to list them all. We'll be here all night. What a wonderful group of people. You're able to go on the website, and you can see pictures on these websites. This is the FSDB Athletics website. Under Awards and Hall of Fame, you'll find many of the pictures and inductees right there at your fingertips. And if you clicked on one of their photos, you will see a lot more detail about each person. We have the individuals from each year, It's wonderful to have more information about each and every inductee. And we can realize how impressive their achievements were. This was last year. These are the inductees from last year. And Bob McMahon was honored last year. He's here today. Johnny Samuels was honored last year. In 2023, we have the details and pictures here from 2023. We have 2022 as well. Yes, Wendy, you're here. In 2022, we have 2022, 23, 24, and 25. This is our 4th year in a row. I would like now to have our group pictures. So 2024 inductees. Hugh, you're 2024. Grace Minter. Johnny Samuels. Lorraine. Johnny's wife. Johnny Samuels. Let's get his attention. You and your wife, will you come so we can take a picture of 2024? We'll take a picture right up front. Those who are from 2024.